Well, thank you for joining us on this task. We're going to be looking at the VLOOKUP function. And this is a function that performs a vertical lookup of data and inserts data into a cell depending on a value matching a particular range. Now, what we've got open is a spreadsheet called client.csv. Now, what this spreadsheet is, it's simply a master document which says for each task code 1, we're going to call task code 1, we're going to call that the root trainer, 2, Quatichan, 3 is going to be a hothouse design, 4 is Abricom, 5 is bin account, 6 is LGY, 7 is rock ICT. So we're going to use these codes just like a database on a spreadsheet. But the spreadsheet we're going to be looking at is not the client CSV. We're going to actually insert a formula into a spreadsheet called task. Now here we have a task with people's names. I'll just make this column slightly wider by double clicking in cell A. Now we've got this person has a task code 6 and our task is to insert a formula. We're going to use the lookup, the vertical lookup formula based on the other spreadsheet client where we just looked at. So what we will do here is in this formula C, we're going to put the formula equals and we're going to use the VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP, and there it is. I'll just click on it and hit tab. Now we're going to look up the value in B3, which is the number 6. So I'm going to click on B3 and there is the value. We're going to look at that value. That's the lookup value. Now we're going to go for the table array, so comma. Now the table array happens to be a different spreadsheet and it's open and it's called client.csv, exclamation mark. So that's the name of the spreadsheet and we're going to be referring to cells A2 and it's going to be absolute until B8. So B8. We're going to be selecting the index 2 so that the item in the second column will appear here in C3. And we will put false because false means it's an exact match and we want an exact match, not an approximate match. And we'll get that. Now let's just notice that we've now got LGY and that came from, let's go across to the spreadsheet client.csv and notice that, let's do that again. Notice that client task 6, task code 6 was LGY. So back in this spreadsheet task, it looked at that spreadsheet, it looked at the range A2 to B8. Let's just show you A2 to B8. There's A2 through to B8. And it looked at that and selected the second column, which was LGY. Now, all I have to do here is copy that rectangle, that little square in the bottom right-hand corner, slide down, and it will fill in the values for each of these. Let's make that table just slightly wider. And let's have a look at that. Let's go up. And here we have each of these tasks now. We've got the correct task. And these values are from a different spreadsheet, and we're looking at this number here, 4, and Abricom will be number 4 on the other task. It sees a 3, and 3 is hothouse design on the other spreadsheet. So 3 is hothouse design on the other spreadsheet. So there it is. That's called the VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP simply because this spreadsheet was in vertical, whereas the previous task was a horizontal lookup, HLOOKUP. That is our task completed. Thank you for joining us, and until the next task we're going to be looking at searching using text filters. So until then.